today we're making one of my favorite Asian dishes in the Instapot. It's called Mongolian beef. Come take a look at what the finished dish looks like. It's a sauce that has sugar, soy sauce, a little bit of red pepper flakes for a little bit of heat, and it just tastes so good. So come along with me and let's make some Mongolian beef in the Instapot together. Let's take a look at the list of ingredients needed to make this recipe. First, you're going to need 2 pounds of flank steak, and you slice it across the grain. 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, a tablespoon of rice wine vinegar, about a half a cup of soy sauce, a tablespoon of hoisin sauce, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, some sesame seeds for garnish, about a teaspoon of red chili pepper flakes, a cup of water, 6 cloves of minced garlic, a tablespoon of fresh grated ginger, about 2 scallions chopped small, and a half a cup of brown sugar. Let's begin. We're going to take our 2 pounds of flank steak that has been sliced across the grain, thinly sliced, and sprinkle it with cornstarch. And then I'm going to use some disposable gloves to toss around the beef to ensure that cornstarch coats it very evenly. Once my beef is well coated, I'm going to go ahead and push the saute button on my Instapot to warm it up so I can start browning my meat. Once it displays the hot message, I'm going to go ahead and put in my olive oil and start browning the pieces for a minute or 2 on each side. And so I'm going to have to do this in batches because I have 2 pounds of meat to get through, but I'm going to go ahead and cook it on one side for about a minute and then flip it over and continue browning it on the other. And as you see, as you brown more and more batches of the meat, because of the cornstarch, you'll see a layer of brown coating at the bottom. Don't worry about this. Just go ahead and continue browning your meat and we'll address the coating at the bottom in just a moment. Now that we've browned all the meat, we're going to go ahead and deglaze our pan. So I'm taking my 1 cup of water used for this recipe, and I'm going to take a wooden spatula and just start scraping the bottom. My saute button is still engaged, and so there's still heat in the Instapot, and this is going to help us dissolve the buildup at the bottom, and these brown bits are actually going to become part of your gravy, so it's going to add a nice flavor at the end. So just keep scraping until the whole bottom is cleaned off, and you want to do this so you don't get a burn error while you're cooking under pressure. That's the last thing you'll want to have. And you can see, look how nicely it all came off. You just have to give it a little elbow grease, and then you're ready to start putting everything into the Instapot. I'm adding in my pre-browned meat, spread it out so they're loose and they're not all stuck together. Add in my half a cup of soy sauce. I'm actually using a gluten-free soy sauce here. Putting in my garlic, my ginger. Add in my tablespoon of rice wine vinegar. A tablespoon of hoisin sauce. My brown sugar, and give it a good stir, blending everything thoroughly. I almost forgot to add my red chili pepper flakes, so I'm adding in my teaspoon. If you don't like it hot, you don't have to put in the full teaspoon. I went ahead and just added the whole thing. thing because I said, what the heck. Now we put on the lid, make sure the vent is set to sealing, and hit cancel on the Instapot. We're going to hit pressure cook, ensure it's on high pressure, and we're going to cook this for 10 minutes. Once the 10 minutes has finished cooking, you'll see L00, that means the cooking time is done. And now I'm going to go ahead and do a quick release. I always like to use my wooden spoon so I don't get burned by the steam. Once the pin drops, I'm able to open the lid and take a look at your beef. Give it a good stir, and if it seems too thin for you, go ahead and get a cornstarch slurry ready. That would be 1 to 2 tablespoons of cornstarch to 1 to 2 tablespoons of water. Whisk that well and pour it into your sauce. I like my sauce thick, so I think I used about 1.5 tablespoons here because I seem to have quite a bit of liquid left over. And just give it a good stir over the heat and it will start thickening up really quick. And this is a time you do a taste test just to ensure that the flavor is what you expect. And I go ahead and put in about 1 tablespoon of my chopped green onions into this, just to give the onion flavor a little bit of time to release within the beef. The rest I leave for garnish. And there you have it, Mongolian beef in the Instapot. If you enjoyed this recipe, please give my video a thumbs up and comment down below. If you would like to see more of my videos, please hit the subscribe button, turn on your notification bell to be informed when my next video is available. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye-bye.